Good morning guys, welcome to Thermomix Adventures, Lisa here. Hey, today I'm going to take you through how to make a smoked chocolate mousse in your TM31, TM5 or TM6. It is on the download. I picked a couple of, let's just say, unexpected items to put on here because, like it's well and good to do your meats and even some veggies on the smoker, but to do some other things like a chocolate mousse or a damper, things like that, it's a little different. So I put that on here. I'm excited to share this with you today. If you don't have a barbecue or a smoker, that's okay. You're going to learn tips on how to make the perfect mousse, but I've also got a few things you can do to change it up a little bit for yourself. So let's get started on this recipe. It is on Cookie Dough where these recipes come from. There are some I want to share before this series is done that won't be Cookie Dough recipes, okay? Things that we just do. Like for this example this morning, I've just carved up a beautiful chunk of pork that hubby actually made into bacon himself, okay? So I wanted to show you guys that process over the next little while as well, while we're in this series of being able to, I guess, do things ourselves rather than buy them pre-done. So let's get into this chocolate smoked mousse. It is from the US, you'll see it's in ounces, but if you're cooking along on a TM31 or a TM5, that's okay, I'll tell you the changes. The first step is actually to put a stainless steel bowl on the lid. Where's the lid? Here's a clean lid. And it says, the only thing I have in my house is a coffee jug. It has to be heat-proof to go to barbecue. By the way, say hi if you're watching on, because that's going to put this in your newsfeed next time. Or if you're on YouTube, hit subscribe. You will find the final product. I always put the picture on YouTube at the beginning and end, and in Facebook you find it tonight at 7-ish. Reminding you to go watch the replay if you haven't seen it, okay? Do share these videos with those around you who you think would find value in them, okay? It really, I want people to love and use their Thermomix. Bottom line, okay? I don't care where you live. I don't care how you got one. I would be honoured to help you get one, but it's actually about you getting already Thermomix, okay? Making chocolate mousse rather than buying it, okay? So first things first, 7 ounces of dark chocolate, 60% cocoa. Now, I use 85%, it's on sale this week, happy days, and it's 2 blocks, okay? So if you're wondering what's 7 ounces, 200 grams. There you go, first things first. Into your stainless steel bowl, and then 3.5 ounces of heavy whipping cream. Now you might go, oh, how much is that, Lisa? Multiply by 3 and add a 0. So it's about 100 grams of, and I just use pure cream, all right? Then what you're supposed to do is put it in your barbecue and let it sit in there, and I don't know if you'll be able to see, until it melts just slightly. So it took about 10-15 minutes, lid down. If you've got a smoking tube, put that in there. That you put beautiful wood chips and stuff in there. I'll take a photo. Those of you on YouTube, it'll pop up in a second. If you're not on YouTube, I'll try and put a photo on Facebook later anyway. So we have just, because people have been asking me, what have I got? I've actually got a Z grill, I think it's called. It is a pellet smoker. We got it for Christmas, for each other, and we love it. The deal was it had to be used at least once a week. It gets used multiple times. The kids love it. I love being able to buy the cheap stuff and making good stuff with it. So cheap meat, usually. So anyway, cook it for 15 to 20 minutes, okay? It makes it go that smokiness. I don't know if you can do that in an oven. If you couldn't, you know what I'd do? I wouldn't stop that making this. I would just put this in my oven for 15 minutes and slightly melt it, because I'm going to take and tell you how you can make it smoky flavoured later on. So hang on tight for that. Okay, first things first is 2 ounces of sugar. Again, if you're wondering how much, multiply by 3 and add a 0. So it's going to be about 60 grams. I'm using monk fruit sweetener today. It's just a low carb option. Just use raw sugar if that's what you've got. If you prefer like coconut sugar or something, just use whatever you got. Don't get too stressed on that. But powdered sugar, okay, because that will otherwise mess up the ratio of, in this case, in this recipe, a lot of times you can switch them around, but in this case, it'll mess up that wet-dry kind of ratio. Okay, it's going to mill it down for us. So I love with our Thermomix, if you've never seen this before, and I'm sure many of you have, it mills down. You can mill down your sugar in 10 seconds to by making you an ice cream. Okay, that buys you the 40, like if it's in a person demo, it buys you 45 minutes before you get your food to actually, you know, keep you feeling full. Otherwise, you'd be like smelling food and wanting to eat. This is usually the most memorable part of the demo, where we turn raw sugar typically into icing sugar. Okay, so the stuff you saw coming out the top, it's not smoke or steam, it's powdered sugar. It is icing sugar. Okay, I've done it, even though monk fruit's pretty fine, I did it anyway. Okay, add the warm smoked chocolate and cream mixture. So if you didn't obviously have that smoked because you don't have a smoker or a barbecue or something, a tool to do that, that's okay. Just add your slightly melted chocolate and cream in, okay, that you've done in your oven, and you'll see it's just slightly melted. So excited for this today. I love it when you kind of do things that feel a little fancy. Like, that's my takeaway from yesterday, even that beautiful sous vide chicken. If you missed that yesterday, check it out. You know, it's doing fancy stuff at home easily. You know, I was the cook before I had a Thermomix who burnt everything. My attention span was so minimal that I would try and, you know, it just needs a second, I'll go put on the washing and then come back and of course it's boiled dry because the washing didn't take 30 seconds, it took 5 minutes. And things like that was me. So to take the guesswork out of it and make it achievable and amazing, I'm happy, my family's happy. So anyway, not that they complain. On with the lid and the measuring cup. And we're going to now 4 minutes, 120 degrees, speed 2. So this is going to complete the melting process. Now 120 degrees, if you are on a TM31 or a TM5, you are doing 60 degrees. We don't melt over 60. If we melt over 60, the oils will release and you'll end up with a solid and an oil. It's not nice. It's really hard to save and it won't turn into the product you want it to be. Okay, you can turn it into a fondant and a dipping sauce, you can save it and recycle it into something else, but it won't be what you wanted, okay? So trust me in that fact. And also the other thing with chocolate, the other thing with melting chocolate is no water. Water is the enemy of chocolate. It forces that division of oil and solids. You don't want to do that, okay? As we come up to Easter, by the way, if you're interested in doing a grazing box for your Easter and doing things a bit on the budget side of things, but still amazing, go to TMX and Adventures, my website. I have a course over there for actually an Easter grazing box where I make beautiful strawberry sauce, caramel sauce, chocolate sauce, waffles, they're Easter waffles, and hot cross buns, and it's not gluten-free, okay? Friends who are gluten-free, when I get in my kitchen, I've got a thing I want to do for you guys, but I'm not there yet. We're still a month or so off that space. Be excited to get back in there though. So if you are gluten eating and you want to level up your Thermomix and get more from it, it is a video course. There are videos in there that step you through the process of making, but it also, more importantly, teaches you technique. Okay, so it's well and good to chuck things in a Thermi, and none of them are guided recipes. It's going to teach you manual making, but it's going to help you level up skills of awesome bread rolls, skills to amazing loaves of bread. It's just a beautiful course. So if you're interested, go check that out at my website. If you've got questions, let me know. You can hear this is starting to melt. I don't know if you'll be able to see it there. Let's have a squizzy. It's a bit hard to see. Anyway, it's smelling amazing. Hello, Sharon. How are you? I love that you're over in Ireland. That is so fantastic. And I love that it helps you get motivated to use your Thermomix. That's what makes my heart sing. Okay, the more I can help you get more out of your Thermomix, I'm happy. So thank you for commenting and letting me know. I do love to hear, you know, what you guys want, what you need, how I can support. I'm always only a message away, so don't feel like a stranger. I do feel like when I'm doing these videos, it used to feel really awkward years ago. Now I feel like I'm talking to friends, and I love that. I love that it feels like you guys, I know you guys, I feel like you're my friends. So thank you for coming along for that journey. All right, it's smelling done. It's at temperature. I'm going to stop this early just because also I'm mindful of your time online. Look at that. Yum. Okay, next up. Add 4 egg yolks. So I've separated eggs already. I'm going to put them in. 4 large eggs. I don't know what size mine were. I guess they were probably large. They're from my chickens. They could be anything. All right, on with the measuring cup. Let's whip this up. 3 minutes, 160 degrees. On speed 2. So it's going to now cook those eggs into it. And next up, we actually need to either clean the bowl or have a second bowl handy. Now, if you ever get the chance to get a second bowl, you'll want to get your hands on it, okay? They are available in the Thermomix mix shop, but they're just so handy. Like, we're about to put our butterfly in and aerate our egg whites, okay? Just makes next level food. Let's have a look at this. It's going slow enough, I can show you guys. It just looks like a cake batter at the moment, just mixing around. So in a minute, you'll see the next step says to clean and dry mixing bowl, and you must have a dry mixing bowl when it comes to egg whites, otherwise they flop, okay? It's going to ask us to add this in, we're going to aerate this up. Now, I said earlier, I would tell you about how to do this if you don't have a smoker or an oven with a smoking tool, okay? Up the back there, I've got a little salt container. Now, this recipe has salt in it in a minute. This is actually a smoked salt. So if you don't have access to a way to smoke your chocolate and cream, get yourself some smoked salt. And that will put that smoky flavour into it. Or just have chocolate mousse. You will be so incredibly impressed if you just make chocolate mousse. So there's an option for you if you don't have the avenue to smoke your chocolate and cream, okay? This sounds pretty combined. I'm just going to shortcut it a little bit because I'm mindful of your time. I'm just giving it a good mix through before I move on to the next step. That still had a little while left. Well, I think it did. Maybe it said 6 seconds. No, I'm pretty sure it had a little bit left. So I want to move on and show you this next step. So it says transfer to a bowl so you can clean out your mixing bowl. Yeah, I'm just going to literally, look at that. Does that not look beautiful? I love that. I was such a chocoholic for very many years of my life. But in more recent years, you know, knowing your body better, knowing what your body likes and doesn't like, we just literally cut out chocolate when I first became a mum. And these days, that's why we have the 85 or more, because otherwise I'm still addicted to it. I'll just eat it, okay? By the way, if you do my Easter course, you'll notice I don't use chocolate. We use the old-fashioned style chocolate sauce with cocoa powder, okay? Okay, and your butterfly. Tip for your butterfly, high blades. Look for your knuckle. Knuckle is this one. I'm putting it on top of, okay? Usually it sticks out of food, and then we put it behind. All right, easy peasy. Okay, here's my egg whites. 4 of those are going in. By the way, sometimes there's little floaties in it. I don't mind, as long as it's not water, okay, or oil. Oil doesn't do well either. It won't aerate. Here's your half teaspoon of salt. This is your chance for your smoked salt. Obviously, I've smoked mine, so I'm not going to put a smoked salt in. I'm just putting standard Himalayan in. That must be about half a teaspoon. And then we're going to finish this off by doing the lid. I'm going to recycle my lid, it won't matter in this case. 4 minutes and it's about to aerate. I was wondering if that was going to come and get me. It did it, thank goodness. Now the next step is a little hard. It's not so bad if you are a patient type of person, but when patience isn't your strong point, this is where things can go a little crazy. I was going to say it can go wrong, but it won't go wrong. The texture will just change. If you are heavy-handed when it comes to folding in egg whites, then you just lose texture. You just lose that fluffiness. Not the end of the world. No one will probably know, except you, but it's the part that takes a bit of tender time, okay? And I need to do my slow breathing through it and do it slowly. These haven't quite fluffed up yet. Let's have a look at these. They're coming together though, nicely. Alright, so it's got 3 minutes to come together. By the way, those of you who are in Australia, I'm just going to talk to you for a second, so bear with me, those of you who are overseas. If you're in the market for a TM6, okay, I would love to support you to get one. At the moment, it's coming with a vacuum cleaner. It's $299. It's only for a limited time. I should put the measuring cup on, so I'm not wearing egg whites. So yes, it is currently, just for those of you, in case you're watching this down the track, which I know some of you will be, It's the 29th of February at the moment, okay? So 2024. So if you're in the market or you know someone who is ready to transform their kitchen with a Thermomix, I'd love to help them. I'd love you to be on in that process. So reach out so you can get your referral $50 mix shop gift card as well before they go and purchase. And if you're just not sure about it, or maybe you need to justify it, or maybe you've got one and you want to share the love further and inspire your friends, consider joining up as a consultant. Okay, it is a fantastic business. 10 and a bit years. You would never have guessed the journey it's taken me on and my family. So if you are interested, reach out. I'll share a link with you. You can check that out. If it's of interest to you, you can come to a business information session, decide if it's good for you. It's $150 for the business kit. And in that business kit, you get the travel bag, all stationery, apron, name badges, you name it. It's worth more than $150 you pay. All right, and then every sale you get, if you're not earning your Thermomix, you actually get commission. You also get other bonuses along the way. You can earn a free bowl, you can earn a cutter, where is it up the back there, and a blade cover peeler. So if you've got any inkling to check that out, this time of year is a great time to join. Okay, so reach out if that's something that is of interest to you. It doesn't matter what age you are, okay? I have met people and I have people in my team that are older than me and younger than me, okay? I turn 42 next week, okay? I'm right smack bang in the middle. So if you're 20, 18, this is for you. If you're 60, 70, 80, this is for you as well, okay? It really, if you have an interest and a passion in sharing ease of cooking with people, come to what I do. It's lots of fun, okay? And we teach you how to do it. Don't feel like you've got to come in knowing it. Okay, 40 seconds to go. Oh, splash of bacon. I don't know if it's as fluffy as I expected it to be. We'll see if I now. Might be runny. If it's runny, I will be cracking more eggs into another bowl, a new bowl, and I will actually put new eggs into it, okay? And I'll probably sit here and eat the chocolate in the meantime. But that would be my fix. I wouldn't try and shortcut it if I've stuffed up the aeration of the eggs. If my butterfly was dirty or I don't know what in there, I would remix eggs, okay? I'd save these egg whites. I would certainly save them. You guys know I tell you never to waste anything. I would actually save them. Yeah, see, look at that. Let me show you guys. I have an egg flop. Could also be my eggs. They're brand new fresh. Usually they're the best though. So don't go mixing that in. That's not what you're looking for. Okay, you are looking for light and fluffy. Doesn't happen very often that I have a flop online, but I don't edit flops out. Okay, I'm going to tell you how to fix it because, as I said, I wouldn't go putting that into here. You're not going to get a good texture. Okay, you want fluffy. You want this glossy, beautiful stuff. I don't know if you guys can see that. The lighting is terrible. I can't wait to go to my kitchen. This looks like fondant for a cake. Okay, this should aerate it and make it fluffy. Now, unfortunately, I have a meeting, so I can't go out there and crack some more eggs and come back in and show you. What I will do though is I'm going to show, I'll take photos of the process, okay, because I am supposed to be on a meeting right now. I'm running late. I'll take a photo of these processes, I'll take a photo of this bowl, I will take a photo of that, and then I'll take a photo of the good eggs when I've whipped up 4 new ones. The trickiest part in this is you're folding in, okay? Folding in, big broad spatula, no skinnier than that, bigger would be better, and you're folding in gently, you're literally folding it until it is completely combined. Okay, it'll tell you, and then you're putting it into 4 containers and letting it set in the fridge, and that's it. Serve it as you like with a little garnish of green from a mint leaf or some cream on top, however you'd like. All right, so I'm sorry I can't show you the folding in technique today. This is real world cooking from my real, not quite kitchen spare room at the moment. But I will take the photos, take you on the journey. Please give this a go. Don't let my egg white flop stop you giving this a go. If you've ever made pavlova, it's the same process, okay? You just need a clean bowl. If you are worried about your bowl, I wasn't worried. This has come straight out of the dishwasher. I suspect it was my butterfly. If you're worried, vinegar wash. Okay, so you put in 1 litre of water, a glug of vinegar, cook it up to 100 degrees, and then tip it out If you need to dry it with a paper towel so there's no oil added. And yeah, then go for it, okay? But make sure it's dry, because remember, water, not good. So otherwise, guys, I'm sorry I can't show you the final product. I will, though, obviously take a photo tonight of the final product, and I will show you the photos. Keep an eye out today on Facebook, YouTube. You guys will get the snippets as I go, and hopefully you'll give this recipe a go. All right, it is easy. 2 bowls certainly helps. But yes, definitely a clean bowl for that step. But otherwise, guys, take care, and I will see you in another video soon. Keep an eye out for the finished product. You will love making it, I promise you. So do give it a go, even though I haven't been able to show you the finish. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow. Go. Bye, guys.